Welcome everyone. So let us learn about matrices in this video. So a matrix is an ordered rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions. So these entries of functions or numbers are called as elements of the matrix. So a matrix is defined by the order of the particular matrix. So the elements that are arranged is generally arranged as rows and columns. So the number of rows and column is represented as the order of the matrix. So the number of rows is generally represented as m and the number of columns is represented as n. So the entries that are entered along the horizontal lines are called as rows of the matrix, and the vertical entries of a matrix is represented as column. So let us see about some examples for a matrix. So this two matrix represented here consists of 2 cross 2 and a 3 cross 3 matrices, as the first one has 2 rows and 2 columns and the second one has 3 rows and 3 columns. As you can see the matrix, the elements are represented as A11, A12 and so on. So the A11 stands for first row, first column. A12 stands for first row, second column, and it goes on. A32 stands for third row and the second column. So let us see about the different types of matrices. First one is a row matrix. As the name indicates, it will have a single row and there can be n number of columns, as you can see the image. The second one is a column matrix. Again, as the name indicates, it will have a single column and there can be n number of rows. The third one is a square matrix where the number of rows and the number of columns will be equal. It may be a 2 cross 2, it may be a 3 cross 3, and it goes on. The next one is a diagonal matrix. So a diagonal matrix is a matrix where there will be elements only along the diagonals and the other elements will be 0. So the diagonal elements here are A11, A22, A33 and it goes on. A scalar matrix is a matrix where the diagonal elements are equal. A11, A22, A33 will have the same values. And an identity matrix. So an identity matrix has got the name because when this matrix is multiplied with any matrix, there won't be any change to the original matrix. So this matrix will have the elements as 1. So the diagonal elements with values 1 is called as an identity matrix. So let us move ahead with the different matrix operations. So the following operations can be done on a matrix. The first one is an addition operation. The second one is a subtraction operation. And the third one is a multiplication operation. So we don't have a division operation on a matrix. Rather, we multiply using an inverse of a matrix. There is one condition the two matrices should satisfy so that it can be either added or subtracted. The major condition here is the order of the two matrices should be equal so that it can be either added or subtracted. So the addition operation. So let us take a condition here. We have two 3 cross 3 matrices that is supposed to be added. So the first matrix is represented as A11, A12, A13 and the elements of the second matrix is represented as B11, B12 and B13. So since it is asked to add, we'll add the respective elements of the two matrices. That is A11 and B11 will be added together. The same way A12 and B12 will be added as the second element. A13 and B13. So the respective elements will be combined and that will be taken as the element of the resultant matrix. The same way, when it has been asked to subtract two matrices, we'll take the same 3 cross 3 example, where the first one is represented as A and the second matrix elements are represented as B. We'll subtract the corresponding elements of the two matrices and then get the final output. So we'll move ahead with the multiplication of two matrices. So for two matrices A and B to be multiplied, it must satisfy a basic condition. So let us take the order of matrix A as M cross N and the order of matrix B as P cross Q. then n must be equal to p so that the matrix could be multiplied and the final matrix will have an order m cross q. So how to do the multiplication operation of two matrices? Let us take A cross B where A is being multiplied with B. So A cross B, rows of A will be multiplied with each column of matrix B to achieve the corresponding elements of A cross B. So let us take an example of A be an order 2 cross 3 and let the order of B be 3 cross 2. So let us assume an 2 cross 3 matrix. So 1, 2, 3 and 3, 2, 1 are the entries of matrix A. As you can see, it has 2 rows and 3 columns. And the elements of B will be 1, 2, 2, 1 and 3, 4. As you can see, it has 3 rows and 2 columns. So before we do the multiplicative operation, let us check whether it satisfies the necessary condition. So the order of A and B is written here, and as you can see, the number of columns and number of rows in A and B are equal. So this is the necessary condition, and the final output will be a 2 cross 2 matrix as discussed earlier. So we can be prepared for A cross B to be a 2 cross 2 matrix. So before we do the multiplication, let us write the elements that you are going to get in the A cross B. So by doing so, we can do the multiplication easier. So A cross B will have 4 elements, A11, A12, A21 and A22, a 2 cross 2 matrix. So A11 denotes first row, first column. So what we'll do here is to achieve the A11 element, we will multiply the first row of matrix A and the first column of matrix B. The same way A12 is first row of matrix A will be multiplied with the second column of matrix B. The same way, to achieve A21, that is second row, first element, we multiply the second row of matrix A with the first column of matrix B. And finally, to achieve the element A22, which is second row, second column, we multiply the second row of matrix A with the second column of matrix B. So to do the operation, first row, first column, we multiply the corresponding elements. That is, first element of first row will be multiplied with the first element of first column. Then the second element of first row will be multiplied with the second element of first column. Then the third element of first row will be multiplied with the third element of first column and they will be added, and this is the first element of the resultant matrix. The same way to do the first row second column operation, the first elements will be multiplied with the respective first elements. That is, 1 will be multiplied with 2 here because first row, first column, the first elements. Similarly, the second element will be multiplied with the second element. And the third element of first row will be multiplied with the third element of your second column. So to achieve the second row first column element, the matrix A's second row will be multiplied with the matrix B's first column and the respective elements here are multiplied. So to achieve the second row second column element of the resultant matrix, the second row of matrix A will be multiplied with the second column of matrix B, and care should be taken here to multiply the respective elements. So by adding the respective multiplied values, the respective elements of the matrix is achieved, and this is the final matrix of A cross B. Thank you. Happy learning.